Thank you for your love and your support. I highly appreciate it. Can't express it enough. Real talk, real shit. So anyways, y'all, as I mentioned on my YouTube, real soon, I wanted to say between the beginning of next week, I'm going to be on another platform, downloading videos. So it's pretty much going to be just Patreon and this other platform that I'm going to be downloading, and then off Facebook as well, because, YouTube is a place where they don't allow you to say what you want to say. It's too many strikes involved, and it just gets frustrated. It's like you'll make a video and you'll do your best not to say nothing, and they'll just flag it. They'll just take it down. But nothing stops me, as you already know. So, one thing that I noticed, y'all, I was watching TikTok video, and one thing I noticed is that there's always a pandemic or some type of virus every 100 years, right? So, year 2020, we got the coronavirus, COVID, right? Year 1920, we had the Spanish flu, you know what I'm saying? Y'all remember the Spanish flu killing a lot of people, you know what I mean? Over 500 million. 1820, we had the cholera pandemic, and in case y'all don't know what that was, it was one of the first pandemic, and it killed a lot of people. And I always felt like that pandemic was more of a hoax, half the stuff they were saying, and I'm going to drop a video about that real soon, because we didn't have that many books back then, a lot of stuff that was written. So I feel like they just pretty much kind of rewritten the story of the pandemic, today's time, and kind of like grew it on us. But I believe more than 60% of the whole story was fake. 1720, y'all, we had the Great Plague. You know what I'm saying? The first pandemic that was reported, and I was in 1720. So you got 1720, the Great Plague. You got 1820, the cholera pandemic, 1920, the Spanish flu, 2020 now, COVID, okay? So it's not a coincidence that every 100 years there's some type of pandemic, you know what I'm saying? It's not a coincidence that every time when we get these things to happen, there are always a shitload of signs, right? So before the Spanish flu happened, right, there was a lot of people reporting that they knew something was wrong, right? So again, they said in 1907, 1908, and 1911, there was cases that they never labeled it the Spanish flu that was making people sick, that no one was dying. And then but it was almost like they knew about it, they knew how it started, and then they made a cure. And so when 1920 came, to me, it seemed like they spreaded it, allowed a lot of people to die, right? And then they gave them the quote-unquote vaccine / the cure. But when you think about, like, why is this, these are coming every 100 years, it's almost like every 100 years, the population is growing at a rapid pace. Y'all got to understand, if the more of us there is, the more harder it is for them to control. So their job is to come up with these tornadoes, hurricanes that they call Mother Nature when they're not, they're generating. Their job is to come up with these viruses to kill us. You know what I mean? So they can control us better. You know what I'm saying? This is why we got to wake up. This is why we got to stick together and be strong. You know what I'm saying? They can't do nothing about numbers. You know what I'm saying? No matter how much nukes and weapons they got, they'll kill a lot of us. They won't kill all of us. We can take over and have full control. With that being said, man, much love and much respect to everybody. Man, y'all have a good night.